Moving swiftly on, it is Mirage, the second map of this series. I think there were some good questions raised as to how far ViCi can go with this. I think Inferno may be their best map of this series. I'm just scrolling down to find the statistics. So in the matches they play, with the opponents they play, they were 71% on Inferno, 54% on Mirage. But of course, there are questions with how Mo will be utilized in place of Sanji. I mean, on the CT side, Sanji can be found sometimes towards the B-bomb site with an MP9. So I think that Mo will probably be better equipped, most likely, unless he's tasked with dropping AWP. So we shall see.
Well, Sanji's like the master of getting a lot done with very little. That's kind of his specialty on the team. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how they. Obviously, like Mo is going to likely be anchoring that B-bomb site. Will be very interesting. I agree. ViCi. It's just so interesting because Mirage is such a staple in Europe and North America. Either way, we'll see the push coming to the A site. Let's see if ViCi's experience will measure up. ViCi, great headshots coming in from him and Adren, holding down the A site very easily. So that's the start that AVANGAR definitely wanted. ViCi likely just going to go for a full save here. Get the Kriegs and AKs out in the following round. There's not really too much you can meaningfully do here. And triple MP9 coming out for AVANGAR. Wouldn't be surprised to see some aggression. Some rampant aggression. Some ruthless
aggression.
There we go. Getting out the window. He's going for it. Maybe he's not. Just hanging out by connector.
I like that HE. I like the idea of it anyway. I don't like the effects of it because it didn't really have an effect. What are you laughing at? I mean, like, in another round, I think there could be a lot of damage done there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You think you're so funny.
ViCi just waiting out. AVANGAR a little bit, hoping that they're going to expend some nades, maybe make a wrong move. It's a classic thing, like, a lot of teams would just wait till 30 seconds and then run and die.
Squeeze out the grenades.
Exactly.
Squeeze them out.
I have to say, I have to credit teams now in the West. We generally see that teams are getting better at just not actually using utility. And so then sort of just effectively countering that strategy. And AVANGAR managed to hold on to a decent amount there. There we go. Third round, and now we'll get into some of the real CS. The Kriegs will be purchased. AKs as well. And ViCi, perhaps they can get more than one kill. Advent's only go with the kill so far. Obviously, there's nothing really for them to do in this round that you're seeing in the replay. Triple MP9s will continue, and I don't blame them. Really good gun. Lots of spots on this map where they're workable.
Oh, at least it's not a HE. Nothing worse than making a fast play towards the ramp and just eating HE grenades. It is borderline depressing. Smoke on the ramp. That's actually a mission in a new operation. Advent waiting for the right time to strike. He's got two players ahead of him on the ramp, and we've got a creep from Jam Young in the Palace position. But Adren's going to go through first. He's got the information for his team. Again, a brittle position from him. There's a HE, not doing anything too crazy, though. Kika waiting in CT. James, he doesn't have the right equipment from his position.
Omen with the lurk in the B apartments whilst the main action is going on towards the A-bomb site. 4v4 on this A side as far as all things are concerned. I don't think Omen's going to find much action towards that B side for a very long time. Still walking around there. And then meanwhile, AVANGAR waiting for a moment to try to find a coordinated strike into the A site for the retake, but the smokes are still up, being refreshed as well. Not really a good sign for them. How are they going to handle this? Looks like they maybe... Are they going to give this up? We see them actually voiding the position around jungle and window, so it seems like they're going to go for a save. They are now going to find Orman, finally revealing his position on the flank. That's a little bit awkward. And now there's a really big problem, because AVANGAR might lose every player now, because they're going to get pinched, surely. Maybe not.
Yeah, Omen doesn't want to give up the Krieg. 10 HP, that can be enough. ViCi Gaming will play it safe. Their first round is on the board. See what AVANGAR choose to do. The Emperor skin from Kika. Very popular skin. Or well-respected skin. It's expensive, which may stop it from being popular in the short term. That is a pretty swag picture of James. I do agree.
Yeah, I feel like it's by far the best picture, just because even though there's some sick ones like Busters, James' one is just like so badass.
He's got the hair.
It's like it's like a movie poster.
There will be a challenge for the mid position. 3 ViCi players show presence top mid and quickly fall back. Maybe looking for AVANGAR to focus on mid a bit later, catch him out of position. They swing top mid very briefly, and then they immediately rotate to have 5 players on or towards the A bomb side, lining up some grenades. So AVANGAR, they saw a burst, they saw some noise mid. They're not peeking too much. Buster has an off angle from jungle towards short, and Mo's on short. And beyond that, they don't really know what's going on.
CT smoke, Adren playing in front of it, and he will go down. He's not gonna be having too much fun. Cursory spray from Kika. Really not much they can do whilst the smokes are up. They'd have to play retake. You can try to maybe get some lineups through the smoke there, but it does carry risk, as your Tracer Fire might give you up. And the boost here from AVANGAR to try to check the site, but there's only so much you can see, and there's nothing there. There's not a lot of retake utility remaining now. In fact, there's just one smoke and a flash. Ooh, James gonna catch one from Catwalk. It's a big pick. Maybe they'll be able to go for it now. They're going to decide to move in or not. Just like once again, they're being very coy about this, James. They're very shy to go for it.
Yeah. It's interesting. They are playing the safe game. They're playing for the long con. They've got no money in the hole. So at least they've got some. 2-2 very quickly indeed. So AVANGAR being careful, it seems. It's early, so for now they can afford to do this. They can't afford to do it too many times though. But they'll keep guns in more rounds by trying to reduce their variance. And they'll get themselves more utility for a good buy. 2 of the 5 players with defuse kits, Mo and Buster. No double orbs or anything like that. Mo is on the B bomb site though with an AK-47. And this time ViCi have intentions towards the B bomb site. And it's pretty much a rush with Jamyoung on a late rotation towards top mid. There'll be an exchange, but it'll be in favor of AVANGAR. Now, will they abort like we saw previously? No, they're going to keep going and keep trading. Jamyoung's made his way up now, but he is starting to fall a little low. And now he's alone. 1 versus 1. They know where James is, and there's no one else but James on the server at this point. Very fast affair, but AVANGAR come out on top just about.
Yeah, it's one of those spots, though, where maybe it ends up backfiring in the sense that, okay, they win the round, but they only had 1 player survive. The economy's been drained completely, and their loss bonus reset completely. ViCi, though, they get a full buy out of this round. Kaze is actually going to pick up an AWP here for the T side. Just trying to look at his spawn. He's going to go for the B apartments pick, it seems, with the AWP. Let's see what he's able to accomplish. Oh, actually, no, he's... Oh, wow, okay. So he's going to play defense against an underpass push instead. Interesting choice. And... Ooh, crouching under the smoke there, Allman making his way across the catwalk to be split. Is in. Didn't expect Buster, though. And that's the swap out for the Krieg. And the spray from Mo is absolutely perfect. Can't really ask for anything more than that. And now Kaze is the only man standing with the AWP. This is really falling flat. It's not a good look for ViCi. This is the perfect recovery for AVANGAR after losing so many players in the previous round.
Yeah, that is quite the way to stabilize. Not so much for Kaze to do. He's got 1 minute to look at the walls. That window he just walked past, there was a bug at some point. And Mirage has had a lot of weird bugs, but there was a bug where you could hop on the ledge and kind of see through the window a little bit. There was a time where you would spawn sometimes inside the wall to the right of top mid, or the wall next to the crawl space into the window. You could go into the wall. You could crouch into the wall. You could shoot people from the inside, but you couldn't leave once you were inside. That was a fun one. Been a few bugs here on Mirage. It's a long save for Kaze. I think when New Train first came out and those birds by Ivy, you could stand on them and they could take you through the skybox. That was a fun bug.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was surprised that Mirage is still in competitive, right? Because they had a cache with the last update.
What did you just ask me?
Mirage, they didn't take it out of competitive, did they?
No.
Yeah. Cache is in now, though.
Well, it's not in a competitive map pool.
No, I'm talking about matchmaking.
Okay, just to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It was interesting when we saw the Kenny S interview. He wants Cobblestone back. I'm a very staunch opponent of that.
Yeah, the viewing experience was not amazing. Although I don't know what the casuals liked about it so much, but feel free to send me your opinion. I'm curious. Omen's on the CZ and Shoking is on the Mac 10. It's not a great round for ViCi following the destruction from AVANGAR towards the B bomb site in the round prior. That was a much needed round for AVANGAR. The fashion in which they won was necessary for them. Buster's in the ladder room with the Krieg now. James near the window. Smoking off the underpass, interestingly. Very quiet round of Mirage right now.
Yes, very quiet indeed. And Catwalk has been occupied by ViCi. Buster once again looking to cause problems though. The Mac 10 is at his back. He's going to turn into it. Double dink from Shoking from below. And this might be difficult mode. Great round so far. He's got the AK here, shutting it down. Great anchoring of this B bomb site, doing Sanji proud. As Kaze tries to get the kill, he will be able to edge it out eventually. But there's more work to be done here. Plenty of time to get it done. That's a great response. He's stuck in the flames. Oh dear.
He just stopped moving.
Yeah, it looked like he just gave up on life. Looks like it's over now.
That was weird. Because
I accept my defeat.
Because his mouse wasn't moving and he wasn't pressing WASD. I think he just accepted his fate.
He just true. That's true acceptance, James. You have to respect it.
5-2 in favor of AVANGAR. 3 rounds in a row now. Again, this is the first time they've played ViCi Gaming, so I do wonder, especially on the CT side, if we'll see like some adjustment, the absorption of information. Here's another fast one from ViCi, a simple one. Bursting out a balcony, using the numbers. There's the waterfall, but it seems they will be drained by the guns and the HEs of AVANGAR. Only Kika that falls.
He was meditating under the waterfall, James.
No real harm done. On to the next one, 6-2 for AVANGAR.
Okay, well, this is looking really smooth for them. ViCi, though, this is the good spot to turn it all around. And those B plays have just not been working out. I think they've got to leave those alone for a while. Kick Molly down to connect her, and we'll see.
There we go.
If they can get that mid control going.
See, when I said I like the idea of the grenade, got some nice chunky damage.
You're a man of chunks.
I think that could catch 2 or 3 people one day. But, I mean, if it catches that many people, there's probably going to be a trade frag. Well, not even a trade frag, but just a kill from the tees. We shall see. Not something you'd want to throw every round to be too predictable, but anyway. James has the very forward position with the AWP.
Yeah, it's classic James, isn't it? This is such a strong position, especially you got the rifle backup. This just shuts down. If there's like an A ramp aggression with multiple players, it just shuts it down really hard. Typically, I mean, obviously you have to hit your shots, but
seems like it's going to be a slow half of Mirage. There's a lot of waiting for reactions. Not much in the name of sound cues. A cheeky kill from Kika. Doesn't see the rest of what's going on in the mid position, but Buster certainly will. Headshots galore for AVANGAR now as they leave Kaze alone versus 5. That was shock and awe. All of a sudden, everybody's dead.
Absolutely, yeah. Seems like they can't really find the value. And again, like this is a map where you need to be able to work those defaults. Now, what's been interesting is that they have gone up catwalk in various rounds, where Buster's been found inside the ladder room. So that is something, that's like a position they can build from. They typically were just always going for B plays out of it though, which ultimately hasn't been very favorable for them, and obviously it's difficult to make B plays work. It's a reason why we don't see many B splits. There's a good reason for it. It's difficult to make it work. So it would be nice to see, them branching out into connect the control window pressure, perhaps get someone into the window. And at that point, there's so many options you can go with, so many different ways to get the picks and force rotations and get into the A-bomb site and so on and so forth. So we'll see if that's going to be in the future of ViCi Gaming, but for now, they don't have enough money to full buy. They can get a very strong half buy though, and that's what they're going to go for.
Well then, I'm interested to see what ViCi have in mind for this round. With the CZ, the P2 Fiddy, the Tech 9, which still hasn't regained its popularity, if you will.
It's rubbish. Compared to the CZ, I think it's rubbish.
I was never a big fan of the Tech 9 in the first place. I mean, at some point, yes, it was abusable. And when it's abusable, one must abuse, but glad to see the back of it.
Now you're using one, you're the one that's abused.
Again, we got that balcony burst with a cameo appearance of a Krieg from Kaze, showing it seems to be the wide swinger. Keycut with an incendiary in his hand won't be too vulnerable just yet. Now, there is a specific lineup for that smoke so that if there is going to be a gap, it's towards the bench as opposed to that side where it's more dangerous. ViCi don't have that one in the hole, it seems. They do, however, have a bomb plant and maybe a chance because Omens picks up an AWP. And there's definitely a round to fight for here. Kaze, is he going to go for a peek in CT? He will be forced from his position away. It's gone a bit shallow, that Molotov. Focusing on Kaze, Omen will take out Buster. And again, this could prove very expensive now. They only took a Krieg and pistols into this, but now it's just Mo alone. And he's going to go down straight in the face. An unlikely round from ViCi. Maybe aiming for a bomb plant and some damage, but they got a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually surprised that the person who had the bomb was the hero Krieg, which is I feel like that's not optimal. But yeah, it ends up working out nicely for them. I don't even know how necessarily that was so successful. I don't think it's all that replicable, but hey, you know what? It just worked in this instance, and that's going to give them a good platform to perhaps find more success from. Seems like they might go for a fast contact into the bomb side. Ooh, Kaze with that pick from the A-ramp position onto James. That's a huge pick-off. Now, if you get a pick like that, you can just wait it out. Sweat it out.
Sweat it out. Get in the sauna.
Yeah. The 2 opening picks. It's such a strong position. They're going to go for the B play, though. Walking into the B-bomb site.
Well, Adren's found the information. He's just pushed T-ramp. But does he stay here? They spread out completely. Mo's going towards the B-bomb site. Keycurt's going to get smoked off as the smoke lands top connector. So maybe one of these AVANGAR players finds a stroke of luck and is able to use a surprise angle to take 2 players out. In this occasion, it would be Mo. There's the first one, but there's a trade immediately. And Keycurt's been spotted. Surely he wants to save his AWP, but I think he's at a point of no return. He's on fire. Has no angles to see. That leaves Adren towards top mid. So what does Adren choose to do here? Is he going to try and go for this? He has a defuse kit, but he's in a 1 versus 3. That's not ideal. So what will he choose to do?
It is actually kind of scary, James, because this will be the 4th round for ViCi. You know, if they get like a similar showing as to the first map, or rather, I should say, if AVANGAR have a similar difficulty on their T size as we saw on the first map, there's a real opportunity for ViCi to take it home in 2, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to raise the question a little later on because I feel like it might be. I don't know. I mean, we're 11 rounds in now, so maybe it isn't too early. But only 4 rounds here for ViCi. I don't know. We'll see if they can get more than this.
Well,
6 or 7, maybe we start to ask questions. 6 or 7 in this half, that is.
They've created an interesting spot because the drone can drop a rifle, and James is going to be able to buy an orb. But ultimately, AVANGAR are going to spend every penny that they have in this round. So ViCi, if they're able to get one more round win here, AVANGAR then suddenly need a save. So then already ViCi kind of at 6 rounds, which is, I think, pretty huge. If they can get it 6 rounds, I feel like it's very doable. So yeah, winning this one would be nice for them. Now, previously they got 2 opening picks just immediately. It's not going to happen consistently. So how else can they engineer advantages? Adren going for action here towards Connector. It's an instant window boost. This might actually completely catch AVANGAR off guard. Shoki's going for the big play through to market. Oh, he's so smart. He's actually managed to own this, or maybe not Buster. It feels like he knew, James.
Maybe he saw the swing of a barrel. How else could he possibly know? Anyway, the push is going in towards that deep bomb site now. Opportunities have come and gone, and James missed a few shots. How's he missed 2 of those shots? He's got taken out. James doesn't miss shots like that, but Buster's still holding down the B bomb site, buying time for his team's rotation, and now there's 2 of them at the very least. Adren's on the way as Kika gets dropped, and he might be the master stroke, although he might be, in fact. Actually, Omen's going for the ace in the meantime. He's got 4 kills, standing by the bench, waiting for the push from Adren, but he can't finish it off the job. He'll make it expensive, but it is a round for AVANGAR. They make it to 8. He must have seen the barrel of the gun, surely, Buster. That was really key.
Yeah, well, I mean, the same thing as I said in the previous round now applies to this round too, because AVANGAR have they're gonna have a pretty, or they're gonna spend everything. They're gonna have not as good of a buy, and ViCi still have enough to get a full buy-in. So ViCi just have to win this one. They can still get the 2 rounds. They get to the 6th round. Most going to take a big chunk of damage, and they're going to go straight into the A bomb site. Are ViCi looking for an explosive play, but it's going to be frags all AVANGAR so far as Kaze finally returns one from Palace, and the smokes will start to do their job in terms of allowing position to be gained by ViCi. But ultimately, it still looks pretty good for AVANGAR.
Bomb being planted as a HE, and there's some spray, not too shabby. And Mo is eliminated 3 versus 3. This is a key round for both teams. Someone gonna be broke. And you don't want it to be you. Grenades towards the Palace. But Kaze is below. He's not above. He'll start to creep forwards. Not sure if he was spotted there by Jane, but he was by Buster. Advent blind for the time being. Omen's in a similar position. The smoke is up. Surely it will soon be gone. Advent will start the proceeding. Sees one by default. There's a swing from James, but there's no trade for Omen. He's got to stay alive. James can't get to the bomb in time. Surely he can't get anywhere. He'll take one in the face, and ViCi will make it to 5. Potential for 7, especially when you look at the money for AVANGAR.
Yeah, and so that's the big round. That's what I was talking about. Now, ViCi are in a really commanding position to get a chunk of rounds moving forwards, and Orban's been really pretty dangerous. I got to say, when I look at this team and the performances we've been seeing, he's the guy that stands out. If he's last left alive, you never know what's going to happen. He almost got that ace against Adren in the previous rounds to that last one. So 2 rounds ago. So they just have to not mess this up, James. That's all. And Shoking takes a tag from the Scout. The Scout's extremely deadly. It softens everybody up and makes the pistols super powered, effectively.
Now, with this information play we've just seen from Kika, does that attract ViCi towards A? That's an instant reaction. An instant reaction. They just flashed A. They didn't see anybody. Let's go A. As simple as that. They are not overcomplicating things. Will they cut the noise in time, though? I think they will. But Kika's just waiting to drop a smoke grenade. He's not looking to take a fight here. And now that's a problem. They made the right response, ViCi, or one of the right responses. There's often more than one good way to play things. Kika spots one player, drops the smoke. ViCi don't want to go through it, but they will pursue the A-bomb site. But look at the rotation now. Mo and Adrenaline realize that there's a fair chance ViCi are just standing behind the smoke.
Yeah, they have to just make a decisive call here, just go through it or just do something else.
Look at ViCi, they're in the matrix. They're just rotating back towards B, and they're going to catch Buster! But the bomb's gone. It's got to be race car now. There's some information.
Back to A.
Oh my god, this is absolutely bananas. 27 seconds left. Mo looking top mid, where he might see Shoking with 23 seconds on the clock. This is so weird. A 3-man push. Dren's just going to pick up a Krieg in time, but maybe not in time after all. James is still here with a scout.
Yeah, he's going to try to do his best here. He's going to get another kill. Oh no, this is looking very dangerous. Got to protect the bomb planter. But James, if he goes down, obviously, goes for the flick shot. Obviously, I don't think it was possible at that point, but still, good effort. That was a hell of a ride. ViCi, you said, you talked about keeping things simple, and they just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like a yo-yo in that round. But they do get it, and it will be 6 rounds for ViCi. And oof, that was an important one. Adren had just picked up a Krieg. Jam Young really doing what he needed to do to get things over the line there. That was very scary. And AVANGAR are going to have a terrible buy here, James. So the way that it worked out was actually perfect. The spot in which the way that they lost the rounds in terms of AVANGAR having their money wiped out, but it's like one guy surviving, and then AVANGAR winning the rounds, has created a situation where AVANGAR's money is really bad for 3 rounds straight, which has given ViCi this great opportunity to get this 7-8 scoreline potentially. Damn, if they get that 7-8 scoreline, oh man, it's really looking very doable. James not even on an AWP. He usually finds a way to get there somehow, but not in these last few rounds.
Maybe they bought him they dropped one of his skin he's not familiar with, and like it's an AWP. Maybe he doesn't know yet. ViCi heading towards the A-bomb site once again. Will it be another balcony burst? Perhaps not, but it looks like grenades will be lined up. Well, Omen's going in Palace. Also quiet. This time AVANGAR are gambling on the B-bomb site. James wondering what could be happening. Only Keycurt is towards A, and he will be heard. There's a lot of movement. He's actually making a play into the Palace, and he's picked up an AK-47. Now he's got a high ground advantage, and he's got a few grenades to just drop into the site as his teammates rotate back. Suddenly, this is very winnable for AVANGAR. They've got a 2-man advantage, although Mo is still towards the B-bomb site, but surely the jig is up. The bomb is they're trying to plant it. Somehow Shoking is still alive, as is Advent, who was trying to plant the bomb, I do believe. 40 seconds. They've got time to try and clear some positions. If they were able to take CT, for example, that would really help. And there's still Keycurt in Palace, so this is kind of madness. Oh, he's running out of bullets. He switched at the wrong time, and they're just rotating back towards the B bomb site. This is a crazy last round.
They actually are going to make it, though, it seems. There might be one CT in the site by the time they get there, but not all the way deep. It's actually maybe not, because it's James all the way, and he's going to get the tag on Kaze. That's the worst thing that could possibly have happened, I feel like. But there's still 2 of them left alive, and Kaze takes down Buster. The bomb is going to be protected just enough, but the reload's coming in, and it's going to be finished off by AVANGAR. So ViCi, they're looking like they were good for that 7th round, but they will be denied ultimately. And I think, James, I feel like that extra round, it's the slimmest of margins, but I've got a feeling this game might go down to the slimmest of margins. This one really could pay off for AVANGAR.
Yeah, I'm interested. I think most people would have thought that this was definitely going to be like a 3-series game, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Don't know what else to say. Elmer's got 13 kills. He's been playing pretty well. He's been fragging at the very least. James, of course, top of the leaderboard, 15-4-7. So an unlikely 9th round for AVANGAR. Some of these rounds, some of these rotations and like Inferno-esque seesaws on that T-side were pretty interesting to watch. I think we're going to see a dramatically different T-side, though, from AVANGAR. But what's of ViCi's CT side? What we've seen today is that they are extremely proactive. They're trying to keep an idea as to what is happening in the game and trying to take the best decisions rather than just kind of laying back and being victims. And that's been interesting to watch. So we'll see if it will continue on the CT side, which will start in just a few short seconds.
I also don't know how it is in Asia in terms of the popularity of various maps. Obviously, we know Inferno is actually just popular everywhere, but
yeah.
But Mirage, obviously, we know that has been in Cash were like so popular in Europe and North America. And the CIS region as well, and is that the same on this map? You know, because obviously pretty much everybody has so much experience of how you play the CT side, the kinds of aggressions you can take, the timings and everything else. But, you know, we'll find out soon enough, and we'll get it immediately in a mid-aggression coming in from ViCi. Shokin going deep. He's going to find 1 or 2 players here. So if he's got some good aim, this will be a good time to show it. But he will try to fall back here into safety. Got the information, saw the bomb. And that's always going to be amazing on a pistol round. They actually have kind of like B retake set up here, if you look at the positioning. Which this is very unusual positioning in terms of what AVANGAR might expect from the typical North American or Western team in general.
If somebody ran past that window, I really wonder how Kaze would use that HE grenade. But anyway, we might not be able to find out because it seems that the focus will be towards the A bomb site. Although the bomb is down in the middle of mid at the moment, and they're losing numbers here, AVANGAR. ViCi are threatening to quickly tie the score. Buster falls off and lands the headshot. The bomb still needs to be rescued. We've got ViCi threatening to swing through connector. They're giving a 1 versus 1, but will they swing? I mean, James fast enough, maybe gets a free kill out of this. He will indeed. Jamyoung will trade, and now Buster's kind of stuck in the underpass. They could even smoke him off, although they don't really have the angle to do that. They're going for a double peek instead and on an elevated position, which is great work. Good teamwork there from ViCi, using their numbers, abusing their numbers when they had the chance. They had an angle on the bomb, they had the stairs to play with. Double peek, thank you, and goodbye.
They actually had some really nice flash setups and stuff in that round, ViCi. So yeah, really well played by them. There was also a flash. I'm not sure if it was on the program, but I saw it on the laptop I'm watching from as well, around the A ramp position, which allowed just a clean 1v1. So great detail there from ViCi. Clearly some good communication too. If you watch that, you know how that round ended. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what they can make of this. But Buster's going to make things a little bit painful. Immediate pick with a deagle headshot is not what you want to see. ViCi must be very cautious not to give anything away, anything more away here. Sometimes the deagle headshots just come in, and you just got to hold your hands up and be like, well, I couldn't have done anything different. But you're just hoping this isn't one of those rounds where that happens 3 times in a row, because that does happen sometimes. It's just the one deagle to worry about, though. Just the one. Shokin. How many will you get, James? How many? You a betting man?
With no Kevlar, 2.
Let's get 3. Let's go.
No. There we go. I think it was quite an awkward position.
It was.
Yeah, and if they spread like, okay, well, that's the thing. Moving swiftly on, 40 seconds remain, and at least Jamyoung has position with the M4A4. Advent is here for support as well. The bomb will get planted, though. Some bonus money. They're going to both move together round the back. Now it's James with 23 HP, fishing, poking, prodding. He will get squeezed. He'll get compacted like trash. And ViCi moves to 8. All right, then. The game is about to begin. The meat and potatoes, or the, I don't know, the broccoli if you're vegan. I don't know much about vegan meals. The corn. Is corn vegan? I don't know.
Well, it's made from mushrooms, so
maybe it's vegan.
I would imagine so.
Everything's got beef in it.
Even
fries.
Even the mushrooms.
McDonald's fries. Yeah, McDonald's fries have got beef tallow in them, for example, for flavoring. 3 players for AVANGAR starts towards the A ramp with the bomb. Often, if you see 2 at the beginning, it would suggest that ultimately the play is A. 3, even more so. James and Mo in mid. Mo already very close to the connector position. James top mid, looking for something. Not seeing much of anything just yet, although perhaps they know where Shokin is, I'm not sure. There's a simple connector smoke and then the molly, but Shokin could just hop back into ladder room. Just as he hops in, Mo hops into connector. They're on for the splits.
Yeah, it's definitely very dangerous. You're going to have some issues here if you're ViCi. Jamyoung's going to have a hell of a time on the default position when they start swinging. It's a very timely smoke, though. Most spotted up on the stairs, and now the rotation can start to happen from B. Jam Young is going to, as I say, it gets just abused from Palace. It's such a difficult spot to be in. I think ViCi needed to try to do something a little bit sooner. It's really letting AVANGAR have all the time in the world to set this one up. And they're getting picked off, and it's one of those spots where they kind of have to save now. And again, it's you gotta, sometimes you just have to find a position to work from, sooner. You have to like force it. Because if you're playing against a good team, sometimes they're just going to play a series of maneuvers where you don't have a good option. And that's kind of by design. It's by their design. They're going to have the right smokes, mollies, flashes to just stop you having options. They're going to push you out of position, and then you're going to find suddenly it's like, oh, I don't have any position to work from now. And that's exactly what happened in this round. So great stuff from AVANGAR, as you say, James. They had a really nice connect to take. They pinched into the bomb site. ViCi did not react quickly enough. They had 2 on B, whilst AVANGAR had their full A setup ready to go.
AVANGAR are the first to make it to double figures in the second map. Inferno ending 19-17 to ViCi Gaming. Train will be the decider. Should it be required, unless this is the decider, if ViCi Gaming have their way. ViCi Gaming will also have 2 MP9s in this round. They will prioritize the utility. In a round such as this, I do wonder with the new patch if we will see more FAMAS than MP9. But again, well, we won't have to wait too long to wait to see
what
the beginnings of that. Just ignore it, okay. The words were the wrong way around. Shoking and Jam Young, I've gone for a push of the T ramp immediately, but will they be able to go all the way quickly enough? Because there's a split of the B bomb site here from AVANGAR. It's a 5 versus 2.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Kaze because he's scrambling here. Buster wraps around the side of the back of the bomb site, and there's nothing that Kaze can do to defend it. And it might just be instant save again. There's 5 left alive. They have so much post-plant utility. It is disgusting. They actually had well over 10 grenades. So they had about 10 to 12 to 14 nades left by the time they had the bomb site. So instant save. AVANGAR really switching up the pace in a way that was extremely unexpected, and it works phenomenally well. And now it's just the waiting game. It's like he got us holding the sun.
That's true. That's quite nice. AVANGAR make it to 11. It's 2 rounds in a row from them on the T side. The loss bonus slowly rises for ViCi Gaming. How long will it take them to have a full buy? Maybe the next round. I'm sure they'll keep the money together here. Play for the long term. P250s for Kaze and Advent. We'll see where they can find an edge with their mixed bag. Shoking taken out early. That's an issue. One of the big guns gone.
Yeah, fast pace back into the B-bomb side once again. Some pistols here. They can cause problems sometimes, but again, methodical play from AVANGAR with the utility should help to defend them from this, or maybe not. Just talking about methodical play, and the Krieg's been collected, and all of a sudden the swing on the MP9, the Krieg has been activated. Advent with a double, and now James is going to be spotted in betwixt the pillar and the smoke, and he's going to have to make his way forwards. P250 out in hand now, and he's going to get shot in the back. And this is not good for James. He knows where both players are, but Orman and Jam Young will make it work. And they had nothing but pistols here, James. I thought that AVANGAR were a lock for that round.
Well, they had 3 rifles, or 2 rifles and some other thing. But yeah, that's another surprising round. They make it to 9. Stealing some bounty away should give them some bonus money. That will allow their economy to catch up a little earlier than expected, and it'll be ViCi taking their 3rd timeout already. I say already, we are on round 21. Some of the rounds have felt like a flurry. A flurry of rounds.
Use the word bounty. It would be funny if there was like a bounty in this game, like if someone has like a like the top fragger has like a higher bounty than other players or something.
Well, maybe that will come with the missions in the new campaign. I guess Operation Campaign might not be the right word for it. Well, that was carnage through the smoke. Advent making some crazy plays, and looks like we've got some aggression from ViCi to be had. Or at least a nuisance smoke grenade towards top mid. Will it be respected, however? Apparently not, because James has made his way behind a short smoke. He's expecting a push, but again, it is just a nuisance smoke. There's nothing behind it. James creeps towards that connector area. The smoke is down for Shoking. Busters in Palace, Keycut on the ramp. The bomb deep in T-spawn.
This is interesting. AVANGAR have a great... I mean, already they've made great inroads into ultimately having an A setup if they want it. And Jen and James can just... They have loads of time to just chill in middle a little bit to see if there's going to be any re-aggression there from the CTs. But we'll get... I thought that we were going to see Mo swing back from B apps to get the bomb. It looks like he will. And they can go for the A push. And James is set up to go through connector. And it's going to have to work here. Now, ViCi are fairly... They have a committed defense. Once again, you've got Jam Young committed on default. But that smoke on connector, on the A ramp doesn't let him go close. And, they're exposed. But Jam Young with the double off the M4. Beautiful stuff there, holding things down to protect his team. James is angry.
Oh my god, all right, well, he knows his angles, which is no surprise. 30 seconds on the clock, and no more time is needed because everybody on the AVANGAR side is dead. 3 players survive for ViCi, and they start to close the distance. There's money here for AVANGAR. But momentum was stopped short with that play towards B earlier on. 2 rounds by elimination now. Look at him lining up for Jam Young.
That timing was actually so perfect because they swung onto the player on ticket who was looking at connector, and that could have been very bad.
Well, here we go again. Mo's on the Mac 10, so he is getting the Sanji game on. James looking for a push once more. No AWP for James. If they can keep him off it, well, that would be a bad indicator in general for AVANGAR. And good advantage in theory for ViCi. Mo showing presence towards B and falling off. 2 smokes up by the windows at the moment. See that deeper smoke in connector. Minute 15 on the clock. Adren has made his way to the ladder rim. That's a nice possession for AVANGAR. Makes it hard for harder for a rotation towards the A-bomb site to peek through connector, for example, should that be required later on. But James making his way into the B halls. Looks like he wants to offer something towards B, but he's unsure of what.
Kaze opens it up though, takes down Adren. Dink comes in, but the kills are definitely with AVANGAR here. Oh, well, busters.
All right then.
He's busting faces.
That escalated quickly.
He's cracked their jaws. There's nothing left.
They're jawless?
Exactly. It was unexpected. That was very unexpected. It's just 3 1v1s lost by ViCi. That's a great spot for AVANGAR to find themselves in. But again, this is a very unpredictable game, which I guess is, part of its appeal.
Part of its charm, Dan. AVANGAR will pull away to 12, it seems. Now, the money's not spectacular for ViCi Gaming. So once again, we're getting down to those clutch rounds already. Kaze has 6,100 though. 6,100. 6,150. And the AWP is out. So they'll buy around what they save. They'll have a reasonable buy. They won't have... Well, they have a lot of grenades. Omen doesn't have any, but he's got a Krieg, so you wouldn't want him holding a grenade with the things he has done with those weapons already. 12 to 10. Still no AWP for AVANGAR. But they're able to win the round regardless, it seems. Kaze forced away from connector. Jame and Adren top mid. Buster in Palace once again. I feel like Buster's commonly been in Palace with Keycuts on the ramp. And James once more is going to be pop flashed into connector, it seems, or... No, sorry, excuse me, that was a smoke in the window. I was looking at the radar there. There's a smoke top con from James. Minute 20, time is good for AVANGAR. Jamyang's moving deeper into A.
Bomb needs to be picked up into spawn still, which Mo will once again swing around to do. And Orman with that Krieg once again finds a kill, finds a pick onto James as Dren has made his presence known at the ladder position. And the rotation is now almost there. They've actually opted to go 3 to Palace.
Joking is making his way towards A, but he's fallen back towards B. And I did wonder, because they took out one player short, then saw another player in the ladder room. Does that suggest a B split, for example? They've got 3 B, maybe because of that second player in ladder, but they're going to be in for a shock on the A bomb site. Oh my God, Jamyang, how is he still alive? Where's the communication?
Goodness. This is very strange, and it's a really good position there for Kazi to look over the top of the smoke to any more players exiting Palace, but AVANGAR holding their ground for now, but the bomb is it needs to be planted. There's not really all that much time to work with as Mo makes his way across the sandwich, but he can't get into position in time, and Keycurt, I don't think he can get to the bomb in time either.
That looks pretty crazy when Keycurt didn't peek, Jamyang going up the ladder, but I think he was expecting his teammate to deal with it, and he's focusing on another player popping out. So it looks super weird, but I would like to think that's what he was trying to do. Well then,
Defuse
someone's got to get on the bomb. Advent's the only person with a kit, and he is defusing the bomb with a double meat shield, which is always nice to see. And still there's no AWP for James. He longs for one. Well, actually, no, Buster could drop him now. And ViCi Gaming have made it to 11, so it's still close. They are threatening to take this in 2.
Yeah, again, it's very unpredictable. Again, if we look at the way that that setup actually worked, like Jamyang finding like a perfect time to go up the ladder, and then like this like weird confusion. It's just how can you like predict any of that? It's so funny to see, but it's a fast burst from AVANGAR to B. Oh no, it's this guy again. He's got a Krieg again as well. God, please make it stop.
Yeah, it's the one-man massacre as far as AVANGAR are concerned. We've got flames all over the place. Kika takes one in the face. Mo can't even see any targets, but Omen is going to see yet more, and Mo will be eliminated. He just wants to make their day even worse. The only plus right now for AVANGAR is that they still have the bomb, but that's it. It's a 5 versus 2, and... well, they're in trouble. What else is there to say?
Omen just wants to be friends, man. Come back to the B-bomb side. Just want to be friends. James will be making enemies in the middle, taking down Showking. They've actually turned their attention back to the B-bomb side, it seems. I think Omen will be fairly happy with this decision. To see if he can complete a larger tally for the round in terms of kills. Although Adren is going to just quickly check the back.
Check the back.
Going to make sure that there's no attack from the back.
From the back.
And then back to the B-bomb site once again. Adren is doing the rounds. Omen patiently waiting. He's a patient player. He's a patient man. He knows that all he needs to do is wait, James, and what he... oh, he's well, he's dead now.
Advent playing to stop the bomb plant. They can't check everything. Risks must be taken. He goes to the right, takes out the bomb planter immediately, and that's a wrap. Adren can do no more. It's 12 to 12. There's no bomb plant. The bomb plant was sorely needed, but it will be denied. This is getting hairy for AVANGAR. It would be a shocker if they went 0-2, but we've seen shocks already. It's been a shocking tournament so far with some of the exits we've seen. And it might get worse.
Yeah, we get the Hero Krieg here. Buster had about 5k, so he can purchase it without really harming the integrity of his money. Everyone's money is kept together. It's a half buy from AVANGAR, and James goes out to mid once again, as he oft does. Ooh, that's not a good maneuver, James, I must say. Going aggressive by yourself against the pistols. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Oh, they're doing it again, and it doesn't get any less dangerous here. There's only 2 players left, James. They've done no damage to the T side, and it just again it gets worse.
Oh no!
It's oh god.
This is a rough situation for ViCi. I mean, it's going to be rough for someone, but the fashion in which some of these rounds are being won is just absolutely wild. Finally, there's an AWP for AVANGAR, currently in the hands of Mo, but I don't imagine he will be holding that at the beginning of the next round.
Yikes.
God damn, they took everything.
Well, I mean, one thing that I'll say for ViCi is that I think it can be hard to predict sometimes what your opponents are gonna have in terms of a buy if you don't take a timeout, because it's just with the new economies, so many buys are possible. But in rounds like that, going aggressive is fairly needless, just due to the fact that the T side will not have really almost any utility. So getting into bomb sites is very difficult, and your counter utility is extremely valuable. As on the CT side, you can stop pushes with it alone, but King will go through the smoke. That's actually I like that play, and Advent's going to make it work a little bit here with that P250, but ultimately the mid-ingression has been nullified, negated, pacified, and now there's nothing left. 14-12 now, AVANGAR looking like they're about to take this one. It feels like maybe James ViCi's best chance has come and gone, losing that rounds to the half buy.
Let's see what they choose to do. I mean, if they played for, they've taken a timeout. If they played for overtime, that's only 3 rounds they need to win. So perhaps it's an option for them.
Yeah, I think that probably makes the most sense. Their loss bonus is minimal, so I think that makes the most sense. I mean, you can make the argument that they just force buy twice, but you want also to have something to do, some kind of a round behind that. Some kind of a drill or routine.
I want to say they're half buying in this round. So they're giving themselves some opportunity. But worst case scenario, they have a good buy in the next round. So they will have double scout here. Kevlar here and there, some Deagles as well. We've seen worse rounds won today, I feel like, in some different matches. So perhaps. Perhaps. Timeout will soon expire. AVANGAR timeout. All right then. It's been a quiet game for Shoking. He's 8 for 22.
Yeah.
Despite all the madness we've seen today on this map. James 25 for 13. He's kept it going, despite not always having the AWP, but indeed he did take it out of the hands of Mo, as expected, as he should. Early grenades towards A. James creeping up mid, 3 players. There's no challenge in the mid position, despite the 2 scouts. Kaze is CT spawn. And Omen is going to go aggressive in B, which allows him to stack the A bomb site. In fact, he's almost looked like he was going to abandon B super early on. So Advent was about to leave the B bomb site, but now he's gone back to maybe show some presence on short, based on the grenades that have been seen. Drone makes his way towards ladder. He'll be flashed. And James is going into the halls with the bomb. So they're reading something towards the B bomb site now, but Alman will have some kind of early warning system with the angle he's holding with the scout. He can hop out of the window, but he may try. I mean, there may be value in trying to tag the players and maim them and buy some time. It's going to be a long rotation. Oh, the timing is absolutely ridiculous. Surely there's no way you can go through that key cut.
They kind of have to. There's no real other recourse. I think we'll get a forward position. Making some noise, though. This is going to be a tight one. They've waited it out. That's left them with 25 seconds to plant.
Yeah, no one's made a forward play anywhere apart from that scout play, so there won't be any early rotation. Oh, the flashback. Advent's got to finish somebody off. So many bullets, 7 bullets against no kills. That's a disaster.
Oh no, this is an absolute disaster. That should at least have been 2 kills. Oh man, this is really painful. The crazy thing is, all the Deagle is that you kind of can't shoot it that fast. It's just, I mean, at that range, I guess, you know, you would expect a kill. He's very unlucky not to get a kill there. He's very unlucky not to get at least one. But
yeah, that's really.
But yeah, it's
really unfortunate.
But it is one of those spots as well where, you know, you'll see like very seasoned players still kind of understand how to take their time. But, you know, it's really nitpicky. Ultimately, you know, AVANGAR is supposed to win this round, and ViCi, you know, they went for a half buy. They were very close to having a solid chance to win this one. So it's, you know, well played by ViCi to give themselves that opportunity. But ultimately, it does come down to this. AVANGAR trying to fight for a third map, and ViCi, of course, trying to fight to end it right here and now. But they'll have to win it in another overtime if they are to do so, and it's going to include a FAMAS, an MP9, lack of grid utility. That's what they'll be working with. Of course, they do have the AWP on Kaze, but again, they are lacking quite a lot here.
Well, Kaze's hopped his way over towards short, and the one time he makes an aggressive play in mid, there's nobody mid. They're all going A. The balcony burst is being lined up by James, who will come in and presumably sweep up, leave his teammates to start maiming or doing worse. Jamyoung, is he able to escape this position? He's bird triple. There's angles on either side. He's delayed for a few seconds, but look at the rotation. Everybody coming in from CT now. If they play this right, AVANGAR might not be able to necessarily identify that. They're all coming in from the same position. A Molotov towards the fireboxes, and Buster's forced forward and taken out. The bomb's not even planted just yet. Jay makes his way towards jungle. The bomb's on the floor now. 2 versus 3. James needs something. Omen wants to rotate. You can't just do that for free.
Yeah, with the bomb not planted, yeah, they in the 3v2, they could just try to wait it out here, but the bomb still needs to be collected. They've seen that. They don't have to push it. They have an angle onto the bomb. They don't need to push onto the bomb side here. And now it's up to Kaze.
There are no grenades left. Unless they find something on the floor, there are no flashes left. So how do they play this? Does one wide swing for the other to make a play? Is James just going to jump over? He is going to jump over, but Kaze is able to escape. Now, the bomb's been collected. James can go for the plant. Kaze will take the angle. He's elevated. James just going to run out. I think they both missed. This is absolutely crazy. He's back on the site now. He's got a CZ75, so Kaze's he must deliver. He could be creeping. I don't think James realizes that. He's jumped on the toll booth. He's being patient, getting closer now. Shotgun time. He's halfway there, but can he land the shot? He can't. The CZ will finish off the job, and we are indeed going to a third map of Train. Gordon.